everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are doing a special thing. A special thing that I have been meaning to do for a long while. It is a conversation with a producer. And this conversation is hopefully the first of many more to come. The producer we're talking to today is Paralyzed. At least that's his Minatory alias. He also has other aliases, which all of that I will link in the description. And just to give you a little bit of what his work sounds like, I will also play one of my favorite songs from him so that you know what you're getting into, and the person behind that will eventually show up. So happy listening and happy watching. See you on the other side. What's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. What about you?
Okay.
I gotta be honest, I'm too nervous because I can't speak English very well,
That's
but
okay.
I will try my best on this to.
Do you want to jump right into the questions, or is there something you just want to start off with?
First of all, I.
Okay, give me your name first because I was not sure how to pronounce your name. Mauricio, is that right?
It's Mauricio.
Okay, Mauricio.
Mauricio. Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
It's good. Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you just for this.
no problem.
It's been a long time since someone talked to me about Paralyzed. Um, I got to say that I was surprised that someone sent me an. Oh God, I'm so nervous.
It's okay, it's okay. Breathe. You'll be fine. Did you completely abandon Paralyzed?
No. Well, actually, I wanted to stop making Minatory to focus on this project called EXOSUS,
Mm.
but I have some stuff to release. I have to say that it was so stressful to me. The community on the Minatory scene was very toxic.
When was this? Can you give me a specific year?
I wanted to quit making Minatory on 2018, I guess, late 2018,
Mhm.
early 2019.
Okay.
But since then, I was working on a project under the name Paralyzed, that it's Sun and Moon. It's been a year since I started making this project. That it's actually a love story that ends up in a heartbreak. It's a
Okay.
fictional story. It's fiction, but I put my own experience on it too. So
That sounds nice.
I want to release that EP in this year. I'm working very hard on Sun and Moon, but
Mhm.
I want to give to my followers something that has a story behind the the
Mm.
album itself. And also, I've been working since 2018 on on my last project that it's gonna be an LP, a long play.
Oh.
I'm going to tell about this is a biographical story. All of the songs have stories, both in their names and in their sounds. It's actually all of my story on a long play.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I think that gives you a lot more reason to stick to the project and finish it and not give up in the middle because that happens sometimes.
yeah. I try to focus most. I try to focus more on EXOSUS, but yeah, I still working
Okay.
on Paralyzed just to end up with that. So
That's good. That gives me hope because I think Lacrimosa, that is probably one of my, top 50, if not top 10 Minatory songs. I will not flatter you, it's just that.
oh,
But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, the VIP.
the VIP of Lacrimosa. So I
Yes.
mean Lacrimosa VIP. Yeah, I think like Lacrimosa, it's one of my best projects that I've worked on. I really love that song. I really love working with Lepidoptera. He's amazing. I gotta say, he's one of my inspirations. He's a very good friend too.
Was this a collaboration with Lepidoptera?
Yeah, it's actually a collab with Lepi. I mean, the original track. It's I made it with him. When I asked him for a collab, I was like, I thought he will say no, but he texted me back and he said yes.
You were not ready for that, were you?
Oh no, no, no. But yeah, it was very fun to collab with him. I mean, for me, he's a big inspiration. He's one of the first Minatory producers that I know. It was very good to collab with him. Also, he's very friendly. It's a good guy. I love him.
I understand you're having a fanboy moment.
Yeah.
And that's okay, that's okay. I totally understand.
Uh,
So, were there other producers that you were inspired by?
oh, um, I have a lot of inspirations on the scene. I have to say that Influx is my biggest
Mhm.
inspiration. I mean,
Oh, Influx is he's a madman, in a good
I
way.
know Moth. It's like a father of Minatory. I actually made a T-shirt of Influx. I have a T-shirt of him. It's like a. I'm a fan of Influx, but there's a lot of other producers that I was inspired by, like Moth, Venom, Lepidoptera, Astral
Mhm.
One. But yeah,
Astral One, I don't recall any Minatory from Astral One, but
nah,
yeah, I mean other stuff,
he's
sure.
not Minatory, but he's like Deathstep, Robostep, Tear Out.
Right.
But he is also a very good friend of mine. He's also from Argentina, like me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I spoke to him, I think, sometime last year. Not on voice, but I we kind of had a conversation.
mhm, he's a nice guy too.
That's good. That's good. So you have these people that you took inspiration from, and do you know anyone who takes inspiration from you?
Ah,
I'll not force you to answer that because probably you don't. Let's go back to the beginning. You wanted to talk about how you got into the scene in the first place, right? How did you get into
yeah.
that?
Well, this is actually a long story. I was 4 years old when I wanted to make
Mhm.
music.
Oh,
When I
how did
was,
you even know that you wanted to make music at 4?
because I really love music. Well, I get into school music in my neighborhood, so I started playing drums, stuff like that. Then I get into the orchestra, the band. Um, then I started to play trumpet for 10 years. For yeah, 10 whole years I've been playing trumpet in a orchestra. I started making music when I was 9 years old. I used to write my own songs. Of course, all of them were awful, but I was happy. So that's when I realized that I wanted to make music for a living. I
At
was,
9.
yeah, 9 years old.
Wow, you were very mature for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, I quit that orchestra 14. Then I started a black metal project with some friends of mine.
Was it a band?
Yeah, it was a
Okay, okay. What
black.
did you play in that? Because I don't think there is a trumpet in a black metal band.
Oh no, I play drums and I made the vocals for them. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Uh, but then they split and left me all of my own on my own. So I feel sad about it because I was in my first band, but it's okay. Then back in 2016, I guess I was 15 years old, and I met this guy
Hmm.
called Ekai. He's a friend of mine. He's a dubstep producer. He was my classmate. I remember he was so strange to me. I He was a little bit weird. I remember that he was in the back of the class with his computer and headphones in the middle of the class. And I was like, hmm, okay.
Okay, he's a rebel. Okay, he doesn't
Yeah,
want to listen to the teacher.
yeah. He was listening to music in the middle of the class.
Oh.
Uh, it was a little weird, but that's okay. It, it's not my problem. So, well, at the moment, I was a super metalhead. I mean,
Mhm.
I wouldn't listen to anything that was not metal. Um, I was the kind of stupid metalhead that were like, "Ha, it's not metal, then it's not real music."
I don't care about it.
Yeah,
Right, right.
that kind of stupid metalheads. Oh, now I hate them. Uh, but yeah, I saw this guy, a guy. He was obsessed with dubstep. I remember I saw him once drawing Skrillex, and I was very impressed of his drawing skills. We became closer because of that, just because I like to draw too. But we weren't friends until 2016.
So you were in the same class and you watched him play his music in the back of the class, but you never spoke to him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I became close to him. I talked with him, but he wasn't my friend. He was my classmate.
I get that, I get that.
So we officially became friends on late 2016.
What
uh,
happened? What changed that?
we were making music together.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
mean,
I see a bond forming.
uh, yeah, I mean, this guy was obsessed with dubstep, and I was like, why does he like this too much? It's just noise. Then,
There must be something more than that then.
yeah, then he showed me this DJ Excision. Also, he showed me Figure. I was like, what is this? Why is this so good?
You liked it, but you did not
Yeah.
understand why you liked it, right?
Yeah, I mean, how someone with a computer can make this, and I totally fell in love with their music. I
Nice.
mean, Akai changed my life.
Did you ever tell that to him that he changed your life? I mean, not in a dramatic sense, but
Nah, nah.
in a very subtle sense, I guess.
I never told him that.
Okay, so
Well,
what happened then?
well, so he showed me more and more music that I love, and of course, I disliked some artists too, but
Mhm.
I liked most of them. Then I told him that it will be cool. It will be cool that if we make music like that. I remember this other guy that was in our group said, actually, he makes dubstep, and I was, you never told me that you make dubstep. You have to show me what you make. He was very shy. I have to say that his music was trash. I loved it at the moment, but when we became more professional, we agreed that it was trash. Then I told him that I like to make music like that too, and then he installed FL Studio on my PC so I can start making music on my own. I tried to make dubstep, but I get too stressed. It was very hard to me, so I started a grindcore project instead.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
You thought grindcore would be easier than dubstep?
Grindcore in PC, it's very easy to make. Actually,
Okay.
with a real guitar, it's very easy. You
Mm.
don't have to know about music to make grindcore. It's just
Well,
amazing.
I don't know anything about production, so I don't know the differences, but sure, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I actually made grindcore because it was very easy. I didn't have to write lyrics. It was just a drum playing and
Hmm.
my voice. I was screaming at my computer at the microphone. It was just that. I really,
That got you started.
yeah, that's where I started making music on my computer. Well, I started making grindcore, but then we start a project that now it's Oblivion Audio. It's a label that we found with AK and me on 2017. It's a good project. It's now run by AK and other guy that I don't know his name.
So you left that project?
Yeah, I left it because I was stressed too because of that. I
Understandable.
have very problems. On early 2016, I moved from my city with my family. I was sad because I was far away from this guy, Ekai, and
Mm.
I wanted him to teach me how to make dubstep. I wanted him to teach me, but I don't know. I never looked for a tutorial on YouTube because at the moment I didn't know anything about English, and most of the
Okay.
tutorials and
We're in English.
exactly. But I tried to make music on my own without help. So I made my first track and sent it to him. He liked it, and then we start a collab on it. So my first track was a collab. It was a Deathstep track, but I didn't know it because I didn't know about the existence of Deathstep.
Okay, I understand. But since you had your metal influences already, so you kind of
Yeah,
uh, added that into your music. Makes sense.
exactly. I Yeah, I actually made a dubstep track, but way heavier, way dark. So
Right.
I didn't know it was that step because it literally we put machine guns on it. So I
Nice.
I didn't know what it was, but I released it on our label, and it was my first single. Then I released my first EP that it was it had like 6 7 songs. I can't remember well,
Hmm.
but
That was also Deathstep?
yeah, it was all that step. ambient stuff that I made. I actually remember the release date. It was on May 18, but I can't remember how many tracks I released.
That's all right.
But yeah, that's how I started making music on my computer. That's how I get into music production. It was all because of Ekai.
Well, I would say that you got inspired by him, sure, but you had to take
Yeah,
the action to
yeah,
to get into it. So,
yeah, yeah.
so how did all of this accidental death step turn into Minatory?
Well, I had this. I
Mhm.
had this first project. I won't say the name because it's still on SoundCloud, but I don't want anyone to listen to him. Okay.
Let's call it ID.
I had this first project. I released my first EP, and then I released more music, more tracks. But I feel that it was not what I tried to show to people. Then I found this guy hidden, the track seven,
Hmm.
that I think uh, that he made it with Punishment. I guess I can't
Hmm.
remember. So I was impressed about his production, and I say that I want to make music like him. So I decided to start a new project, formerly known as Predator, that it's now Paralyzed. I
Okay,
started making music like as Predator. So then
I
I
see.
I started looking for more producers like Hidden, and then found so many good ones like Mouth, Cretan, Punishment, Asphyxia, Scabs, Carbonite, Curo, Rejects, Deathgasm, White Eyes, Venom, Automatic, Misery, Sorrow, Wither, Sadist, Balak, Harsh, Depravity, Haxin. But there was one artist that I totally fell in love with all of his production, and I can say that he's
Who
my
was that?
inspiration. I'm talking about the legend Influx. He's my biggest inspiration on making music and what got me totally into Minatory.
Hmm.
I mean, when I think about Minatory, I think about Influx because he's the most Minatory that I ever had heard.
Most Minatory. Okay, sounds like influx.
I mean, as I said before, most producers or fans could say that Mod is the master of Minatory, and I totally agree with that. He's a really beast on Minatory, but Influx is a legend.
So after you found out about influx, what did you do? Did you try to make music like him?
Yeah, actually, one of my first popular songs, that it was Smothering Fear. It was
Hmm.
inspired by Devourment by Influx.
Hmm.
So yeah, he was a big inspiration for me on making Minatory. Even black metal. I actually have a secret project of black metal that,
Secret. Do you want to keep it a secret?
yeah, I want to keep it secret because I don't like it. I have to be honest. I don't like that project, but I still releasing music sometimes. When I make something, I put it on Bandcamp, and no one knows about it.
Okay, we might have some surprise for the future then. We'll see.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe. So let's talk about EXOSUS for a little bit. What are
Yeah,
you making under that? And why did you, or when did you start that, and what was in your mind when you started that?
yeah. Exosus actually means hated. So schizophrenia, who it's actually he was a Deathstep producer as well. He gave me that name on 2018.
He gave you that name? How do
Yeah,
you mean?
I was trying to start a rap project because I wanted to use
Mhm.
my voice, and people know my voice. I mean, I have a black metal project, but I wanted them to know my voice in a clean version.
Yeah, and not the the screaming version. I get it.
Yeah. So I was looking for a name. I first was Umbra, that it's shadow, and this guy schizophrenia didn't like that. So I told him, give me a name, and he gave me EXOSUS, which means hated. So I started on 2018. I tried to make trap music because I actually like trap music too. I actually released one song, one trap song since 2018 called Empty, that it's on my YouTube channel, where for the first time a lot of people heard my voice, heard my clean voice. Most of them were impressed about how deep it's my voice.
Did you expect it would get such reaction?
Yeah, actually, yeah, because people, when they get to know me, all of them, it's impressed about my voice because it doesn't fit with my face.
You have a lot of bass. I'll say that.
I mean, I have I look like a child. I'm 20, I'm 21 years old and I look like a 16 years old kid. So people get scared when they hear me speak. So yeah, people were impressed about my voice, so it was cool. But yeah, Exorcist, it's quite a challenge to me because I wanted to use my voice again on music and show my emotions to people, not only with my productions but with my voice too. Now I have 4 released tracks as Exodus. 3 of them are on Spotify. They are totally experimental tracks, mixing English with Spanish. I need, I need that people here in Argentina listen to my music too. So I released a song that it's in Spanish. But yeah, it's a project where I say, this is me, this is what I am. But instead of my productions, instead of noise, I use my voice. So I say, this is me, this is my voice, this is my music, this is my production. So this is what I am. But yeah, I'm actually working on some new tracks, Sexos too. So I'm still working on music. I have to say that
That's
I'm back to stay because I left on 2018, but I'm back.
Mhm.
I'm back and I won't give up again.
I'm glad to hear that. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Out of all the projects that you've worked on so far, was there any specific project that you enjoyed working on the most, or was there something that was more significant than just making music, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, this one is very easy. My favorite project that I worked on, it's Lacrimosa. I really loved working with Lepi. He's very friendly, and this song was perfect when I released it. It was kind of new. I mean, I know some producers made it before, but I wanted to make a Minatory track, mix it with old music, with I
Old music.
yeah
You
I
mean that choir that is in the beginning, the Lacrimosa vocal part? Is that what you mean?
I mean, yeah, I actually sampled Mozart song Lacrimosa. Because
Oh, that's where it comes from.
yeah, I mean, I really love the Mozart music, and I was like, I never heard a track, a Minatory track that has a song like that. I mean, I knew they were orchestral Minatory tracks, but never with vocals. I searched for a song. I mean, I was looking for a Lacrimosa sample. I wanted to use Lacrimosa from Mozart. Then I started play the piano. It's actually me playing the piano.
Oh, nice.
I picked this vocal sample of the original Lacrimosa song, put it into the project. Then I sent it to Lepi. He liked it and he worked on it. He sent it back. I worked on it too, so I released it. It was very fun to make because I never used a sample like that. If you heard all of my tracks, I never use vocals. Never. But Lacrimosa, it's the only track that I use vocals.
And
But
it worked pretty well.
yeah, it, it was like people liked it so much. I think most even liked it. And it was like, this song is perfect. That's my favorite project, but I also like very much how I made pessimistic.
I don't think I recall specifically how it sounds, but I've heard it.
Yeah,
I'll check back again.
I released that song on Noise Temple, I guess. But yeah, I actually made that song on a very awful computer. All of my tracks were made on a computer that the government gave me. But I made that song. It was perfect to me. I mean, I hear that song now, and I can't believe that I made it. I mean, I listen to all of my songs. I don't like them. I mean, I like them, but the mix down in these two songs, Lacrimosa and Pessimistic, are the best for me. As Paralyzed, these two songs are my favorites, and also my one of my best projects that I worked on. It's I Wait for You on Winter, that it's actually a song made by me as EXOSUS. It was the last song that I released. I actually released it on February 28th.
Of this year?
Yeah. So this is the best project that I've worked on. But as I said, I have a lot of work to release. I have a lot of songs that I have on my computer that I think they are way better than all of my old songs. So,
What's stopping you from releasing them?
hmm.
Are they still work in
Hmm.
progress, or
Yeah.
there is something you're still doing on them?
I'm still working on them, so
Okay, that makes sense.
you have
I was
to
like,
wait. You have to wait.
I get too excited, sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, I still working on a lot of songs.
A question from a little bit different angle,
Yeah.
unless you have something else to say before I go there.
No, I have nothing to say.
Okay, so generally speaking, Minatory has a very, how would I say, a negative vibe, let's say, because of the themes and stuff it
Um,
sometimes tends to speak about. Did that ever get you into trouble with people around you?
yeah, I actually quit because of the toxic community. I mean, I'm Latin American. I'm from a poor family. As I said before, I used to make music on a computer that the government gave to me because of a social
Mhm.
project that they gave to kids on school their first
Mhm.
computer. I had my first computer because of that. Once I showed my PC to some producers, and most of them was laughing at me because of it.
Oh, that's not good of them.
Yeah, and I mean, I tried my best to get where I am. I worked hard on making my own music. It's not a
Mhm.
secret that big part of the Minatory community are racist. Almost all of them are white people.
I have seen a little bit of that, but I usually tend to stay away from all of that. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not white, so
me neither.
you obviously get that point.
Yeah, I'm not white, so I'm a Latino.
But your music is still great, so I don't think it matters.
Thanks. But yeah,
No problem. I honestly appreciate that. And in spite all of this, You sticking to music, that speaks a lot about what you want to do with your music, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I remember once that producer that I won't say the name of this producer,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
but they were laughing at a new Mexican producer. He was starting, and this person was making fun of him on a Discord server. So I
Mhm.
asked why they were laughing and say that because he's Latino.
Is that supposed to be funny? I don't
Uh,
see anything funny in
yeah,
that.
I didn't see the fun of. So I say that I'm actually a Latin American too, and then this person say that, but you're not, but you're white, and I'm not,
Oh.
I'm not white. I mean, I might look light skin on pictures and all of that, but I'm not white. So I get mad at them because he was just trying to be part of something that he loved. So I decide not being close with them because I can stand racism and xenophobia. I didn't want to be part of that because we, the Latin American community, we see each other's like brothers and sisters. We are one despite all the stupid nationalism stuff. They're my brothers. All of the Latin producers are like my family. I don't care if they hate me. We still being one. We are people that are discriminated because we are South Americans or because we are Latinos.
Or because you're not white, quote unquote.
Yeah, actually. So it's very hard for us to try to reach the public without being treated as thieves, just to be inspired by other artists. Just to say, we want to be part of this too. They don't want us.
Has that changed at all since the last time this incident happened? Or is it still the same?
I have to be honest, I don't really know because I stopped talking to everyone late 2018, 2019. I stopped talking with everyone. I was very, it was very hard to talk with people on the scene. I didn't like that at all. So keep that nasty bullshit away from
Out
me.
of your life. Right, right. Makes sense. Could I ask you one follow up question on this?
Yeah,
So, when you spoke to these guys, this was on a Discord server, if I'm not wrong, and not a direct message, right?
yeah.
Was there no community mod who was looking at this and saying that this is not acceptable behavior, or was it all right in that server?
Um, I mean, this server was ruled by this person.
Okay, and he was being the jerk.
Yeah,
What can he do about that? Okay, okay, I understand. Better stay out of that server then.
yeah. I want to stay away from
Hmm.
them, so I don't know.
But there are good people, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, I understand that you don't want to involve in all the drama, which is also justifiable. But I think cutting off everyone, that that
no.
might not be the best solution.
Yeah, actually, there are good people on the Minatory tier out community. Onyx, it's a very good
Mhm.
guy. Viridus, I don't know how to say his
Yeah,
name.
Viridus. I think
He's
Viridus.
actually a very, very kind guy. I
Remo is the sweetest guy I know,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. he's he's like the best person that I ever met.
Yeah.
I really love him. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are good on the scene. Not all of them are racist.
Okay, so I have one last question,
Yeah.
unless you have anything that you want to ask me or tell me.
No.
Are you still nervous?
Yeah.
It's been 53 minutes and you're still nervous. You have
Yeah.
some.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But I couldn't figure that out. I mean, for the last, I don't know, half an hour, I couldn't figure it out. You were talking normally, so
Hmm.
that's good. So, my last question, is there anything you would want to say to the community in general or people who are, just starting to make music? Is there anything you would like to tell them?
Yeah. First of all, I love all of you guys. To everyone who has heard a song of mine at least once, thank you very much. Keep going on making music. Don't be like me. Don't let anybody tell you what that you can make Minatory, as some producers that I love say to me. Don't let them do this to you. Keep the Nazi propaganda out of this community. Please keep the Nazi propaganda out of this. The homophobia out of this too. Don't be an asshole.
All kinds of phobias, I guess. All kinds of nasty stuff.
Yeah. If you ever want me to give you any advice, DM me on SoundCloud. I'm not totally I'm not totally active, but I'll try my best. If you have me on Discord, DM me or this on Discord too. I don't know. So thank you to all of the friends that I made on the road. And I have to say thanks to Milo Brown, aka Leech. I don't know how it's your name. I'm sorry. But if you once hear this, I'm in love with you, Milo. So the new producers that are starting on this, the same as I said before, keep going. Don't let anybody tell you that you can make Minatory. And of course, don't be an asshole. That's all.
Thank you so much. And I enjoyed that conversation.
Me too. I have to say that.
Thank you for taking the time out. Also, when you proposed that we have a conversation about this, I was not sure because I was not sure I was ready to have a conversation.
Me neither. So that's okay. Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's not every day you get to speak about Minatory with another person who also appreciates Minatory, you know?
Yeah. Actually, you're from India, right?
Yes.
Well, it's the first time that I talk with someone from India. I mean, I'm from Argentina, so it's the first
Yeah.
time. So it was very fun.
I appreciate that.
¿Qué onda? Soy Mauricio, a.k.a. Paralyzed. Ya varios de ustedes me conocen. Quiero darle las gracias a toda la comunidad de habla hispana que me estuvo apoyando durante todos estos años. Hay algunos que son especiales para mí y ellos lo saben muy bien. Lo que les puedo decir es que les sigan mandando adelante, con esfuerzo todo se puede. Y si necesitan algún apoyo o algo, pueden mandarme un mensaje directo a través de mi página de SoundCloud o a través de mi página de Instagram. También estoy disponible para ustedes. Así que bueno, un abrazo muy grande. Fichate esta remera, papá, fichate esta remera. Nada, un abrazo muy grande a todos y todas. Así que ya saben, cualquier cosa, mis DMs están abiertos. Y bueno, eso. Muchas gracias por todo. En serio.